Happy Saturday! Here we go. We are going to make this adorable little pumpkin treat box today. It's so easy to do, and I'm going to show you using the new gift box punch board. So I've started off with a square of 8x8 paper, and you can see on here, if you look on the 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth line down on mine, I'm doing a 2.25 by 2.5 by 2.5 by 2.5 inch box, which means an 8x8 size piece of paper. I need to do my start line is at medium and my diagonal line is at medium. So this is the punch and then 3 scores. So punch, 3 scores, 2, oh, and I forgot to extend my diagonal thing, but I seem to be okay. 2 coming out of here, and then your 1 coming out of the diagonal. Before I do the next one, I'll just remember just in case I need it. Here, now I'm gonna make sure to turn my paper counterclockwise, line it up at the medium, punch, 3 scores again. 1, 2, 3, turn it again, line it up at the medium, punch, 1, 2, 3, last one, punch, 1, 2, and 3. Now I've done this before on here, but I'll just remind you, your last step is to go take out these little pieces with that same thing that we used for punching the first time in all of them. So you just take these 2 little lines, line them up in between your pins, and we're going to take out all 4 of those little last corners. Last one. And then I'm going to close this up, flip it around, and use that back side. I do like the look of those little tabs being rounded. So, and we want the little hook closures, so I'm going to make sure I've got those. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I hope I'm doing a better job today of kind of keeping this in the screen. Okay, so the next step I'm going to do very quickly, so I'll just show you, we're going to get my folds in, just those 4. And I'm going to use the hand-carved stamp set for this one. So I'm using Tangerine Tango paper, and here's my Tangerine Tango ink. And I don't know, I grabbed hand-carved because I see pumpkins and I think of it being carved. So I'm just going to ink this guy up. And you notice I'm not inking the whole thing, not worrying about the bottom because I know it's not going to cover. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to get it kind of on to here, and I'm just going to cover the parts that I know are going to show. Okay, so you can see now I've got those 4 sides stamped. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to use the geometrical stamp set. It was kind of perfect for my little face on my guy. I'm going to use this one here. And I'm just using my Memento black ink. And I'll pick a side for the face. So let's do, I like you. Okay, so I'm going to give him 1. 2, okay, and then the last thing I'm going to do is for my mouth on my pumpkin, I'm just going to take my oval punch and I am going to here slide it kind of back in just to make the smile kind of have that the right shape to it. Now that looks a bit too happy for a pumpkin. So now all I'm going to take is, this is actually the punch that coordinates with the geometrical stamp set. I'm going to take it and I'm going to give my pumpkin just a couple of little spots where the teeth would be. 1, 2. Oh, this is a tough one. Trick for this, if you stick your paper onto a piece of what's it called, like a post-it note, you can use that to slide your paper in. So now you can see I've got my pumpkin's little mouth. Oh, and I got some on there. Okay, slap that on. So the actual pumpkin box is ready to go, and I'll show you with this. We're just gonna tuck my little corners in. Again over here, again over here. I'll get these two first. Okay, so those are all perfect and attached. Well, I don't know if perfect is the word I'd use, but you know, they're attached. And then I'll do my last one. Easiest if you actually hang on to the tabs for this part versus trying to work your box together like I just did there. So if you hang on to your tabs and just kind of lift them around one another, you get it closed the easiest. So you can see my little pumpkin's good to go. And then the last part I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use the new, where are you? There you go. The new Merry Everything stamp set. And I'm gonna stamp it in Old Olive on some Whisper White cardstock. Okay, so ink that guy up. But that doesn't look very spooky. So I'm gonna go into my Freaky Friends and I'm gonna grab my little bat. Okay, so here's my bat. And again, I'm just gonna use that Memento black ink. And I'm gonna give him a little bat, and then I'll just take my coordinating punch, my Merry Everything stamp set, punch that guy out. Now there are new ones, new kind of hole punches that have been released by Stampin' Up! This year. I will admit I've still got my old ones. Not the new ones are beautiful. I just can't justify right now getting a new one. So I'm just going to punch my hole in it, and then I'm going to use that. I'm so bad with names. The Natural and Old Olive two-tone trim. So I'm going to use that to tie my little tag on. So this guy, we'll take him up like this, and I'm just going to tie him around the top. Now this can be easily slid off of the sides, so it's not anything kind of complicated. Just going to tie him a little knot. Okay, kind of looks like my pumpkin has a toothache. And then with my linen thread, I'm going to attach this little piece here. Okay, so here's the linen thread. I'm going to just loop it so that the end is round together. I'm going to feed that through. Or not. Sorry. Okay, there, fed through. Didn't ruin it too badly. And then once that's fed through, I am going to grab hold of it so that it kind of creates a little loop. Don't ask what I did to my string there. There we go. Okay, and then from here, all I have left to do is I'm actually going to slide this underneath. And I'm going to tie it right to that corded trim so that if I decide to slide the corded trim off, it's going to come with it all as one piece. And I'll just stick a little bow in the top of that one. And there you go. So there's my little pumpkin gift box. Thanks so much for coming and checking out I think I'm on week 6 of Halloween, and I can't wait to see you again next week. Bye-bye.